Welcome everyone to another Sergeant Sentinel gaming video game review. Today I'm talking about Martian Panic, but before I jump into the review, I want to say thank you for checking out this video. I appreciate it. If you enjoyed, hit that like button. Please subscribe to my channel. I greatly appreciate it. And also share this video with someone else who may enjoy it. Now, like I said, the game that I'm talking about today in this video is called Martian Panic. It is a smaller indie title. It's actually developed by a studio known as NYX Digital, and it's published by Funbox Media Ltd. Now, full disclosure, of course, I did receive a free review copy of this product from keymailer.co. Thank you so much for that. I greatly appreciate it. Now, talking about this game, it does kind of lean on the 1950s look as far as the setting. You can kind of see, you have the diner, you have the cops with the old style cop cars. Of course, they all have revolvers. And this game is going for that 1950s nostalgia. Of course, we remember in pop culture back then there was a huge, the UFO and alien craze, especially with Roswell back in the late 40s. And it feels like this game is leaning on that type of setting for this particular game, Martian Panic. Now, this game is undoubtedly an on-the-rails type of shooter, like we saw in past console generations. So for people in current generations, it may take a little getting used to. I am playing this on a PlayStation 4 with a DualSense, of course, because PS5 is backwards compatible with PS4. And as you can see, it is a little difficult. I did get killed quite a few times. It does feel like this game would be a lot more responsive with something like mouse and keyboard. I do not know if it has mouse and keyboard support, and that's the biggest issue I really have with this game, is that the controls feel like they're just not as intuitive as they need to be for consoles. Now, I do also want to put out there that at the beginning of this game, before you start, it gives you the option of how fast you want to be able to move your cursor. Even choosing more on the slower end, it still feels like I'm oversteering or over-aiming with some of these aliens. Like I aim for it, and as you can see on the screen, the cursor jumps past them. So that part was rather frustrating. Now, aside from these issues, I think this game is... buried in this game is a fun game, and I think with the developers, if they tweaked it a little bit as far as how the controls work with controller, that it would be noticeably better. That's not saying that it's a bad game right now, but sometimes games like this just need some optimization, especially when they're going from PC, which is, it has mouse and keyboard on there, obviously, but it's going to consoles where most people don't play on mouse and keyboard. They actually play using a controller, so there is a little bit of a difference. And this isn't the first game. Full disclosure, this isn't the first game that's been ported from PC to consoles that has had this type of issue. I have reviewed other games in the past that have had the same type of issue, so it's not anything new. It's just something that the developers might want to look at and figure out how they're going to make it, the controls more responsive, as far as like a DualShock 4 on the PS4 if you are playing this on the PS4, or for a DualSense, for the PlayStation 5 controllers, because like I said, this is a PlayStation 4 version of this game, but I did play it on my PlayStation 5. Also, I want to say that while there is another game that kind of goes to the 1950s with basically aliens invading Earth, wisely this game does not emulate that, and it instead tries to do its own thing, especially with the on-the-rail shooter. And I don't think that's a bad thing, because we saw in the past a lot of on-the-rail shooters be very successful, but it's how the controls work. Right here in the scene, you can see I'm shooting at the UFO. I shot several shots at the UFO and it just didn't hit it, and of course it finally did. But my whole problem with that is, in a game like this where you only have 5 hearts, if the shots are not registering and you're essentially shooting where you should be hitting the UFO, that's going to present a problem for a lot of people. Overall, this game isn't a bad game. It just needs optimization for console. And if you're interested in it, if you like how it looks, it might be worth picking up. With that being said, this game is $24.99 on the PlayStation Store. And with the issues, for a lot of people that might be a deterrent, or at least they're going to want to pick it up on sale. That's ultimately up to you, but I'm just giving you an idea of what you're looking at when you do pick this game up. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, definitely remember to do so. This is SSG, aka Sergeant Sentinel. Take it easy, gamers.